This conference will now be recorded.
PM, Bloomsburg Planning Commission. Start off with a roll call from my right.
Jackie Byram.
David Parmalee.
Brian Smith.
Eric Kitchen, and this would be my last meeting as the mayor and council liaison to this commission.
Thank you, Eric. I also want to point out that Mr. Brian Smith, this is his first planning commission meeting. He was
First official, right?
first official.
He's been at 100.
As a commissioner
Change
today. He was officially recommended by appointed by the mayor and council. So thank you for joining us. Appreciate you. And then Mr. Kitchen will be joining us next month as another commission member. Will be taking off his town council liaison hat and putting on a planning commission member hat. So welcome. And then Carmilla is not able to come this evening. So we still have a open alternate spot that we need to, we can fill that, but as of right now, I believe we're full. Well, with Eric joining next month. Approval of meeting minutes. We met last month on May 28th. Meeting minutes were attached to your meeting agenda. I assume everybody had a chance to review. Does anybody have any corrections, comments, additions, deletions to make note of? Hearing no comments, we'll accept meeting minutes as it is and finalize those. Thank you, staff, for putting those together. Jesse, I assume that's you.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Yep, you're welcome.
First item on the plan review agenda is concept plans, tractor supply. Drew?
There's not a lot of big updates on the tractor supply. They're still going through and getting their state highway permit uses, and now they're starting with the stormwater management on the site. So that we don't have anything formally to comment on yet because they still haven't submitted a legal site plan yet. They're just letting us know that they're going through the process. But one thing that I do think that you all, as the planning commission, need to think about in a broader term, and this came up in some of the discussions with the property owner, Mr. Clements. And that is this area here, the Dollar General exists today here. This road was built and was dedicated to the town and is a public street. The dedication doesn't go any further than that. And the reason for that was no one knew how this was going to develop. Now you have a tractor supply in that area. They're going to have to do something with this road, extend it, and it's going to have to be a public road because if you're going to use it for access back here, it needs to be a public road. And there still is more property that we don't know what's going to happen. So this may be one of these roads where, just as it was today, kind of temporary with futures, you may end up with that here, but what do we all foresee here? Now, a lot of that has to do with the development of that property, which goes all the way up and behind the ambulance company. Tractor supply is only taking the bearings, so I'm not really sure what's going to happen with this road.
Is that extension from where it ends now up? Is that on their tractor supply property?
This would be dedicated, the engineers are showing it right now in the preliminary form, that this is dedicated, it becomes a public street.
Right, but is it on their property? Is it
No.
on? So whose property is that on?
Right now or after it's subdivided?
Well, sure.
Yes.
Right now, it's Mr. Clements, he owns it. But to get a site plan or subdivision approved, he's gonna have to dedicate this land to the town for the road. He has to do that. He does not have a choice. If you subdivide the land, because if he didn't extend this road, all of this is landlocked. You can't get to it.
What's
Legally.
left? What's left? Does he have 7 or 8 acres behind him?
It's a total of a little over 10. This is 3 something, so yeah, it's about 6 or 7 acres that are still left up in this area.
Does he disagree with anything that you said?
No, he doesn't want to build a road. Well, I mean, I get it, I understand, but the way I'm looking at it is you have multiple other commercial lots that you're gonna be selling, or maybe all one, I mean, I don't know. Again, a lot of what's going to happen up here is gonna be dictated by the people that come in to purchase it and what their future plans are. I'm just letting you all know that this public road is gonna slowly go up here. We have to kind of think, are we just gonna kind of cul-de-sac it? Are we gonna try to run it through in the future? There's, everything out here is town boundary.
Can you show a bigger, get on GIS, just so we have a picture?
I mean,
I
do we
feel
need
like
to,
I need that.
but we don't need to solve that today,
No,
just
no.
thinking.
Just a look.
I'm just saying to you all that when they do submit the plans, they're gonna have to show something.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let's just, and this is a much bigger picture. The red, you see, I kind of highlighted the property lines really white. Here's your town boundary. Here's where Tractor Supply is going to go. So this road's gonna come up here, and here's the town boundary.
Mhm.
Is it likely this would ever come into the town? Well, maybe. I don't know. But there's nothing to, even if you were thinking along the lines of maybe we can connect this to some, there's really
Nothing.
nothing to connect it to. But anytime we have dead end roads because of the interconnectivity that we've been concerned about in Boothboro and so many of our subdivisions, I just think you should take some time and kind of think about it a little bit, just kind of look at it. Does it make sense? Because when he comes in, he's gonna have to propose something, because he has nobody interested in this yet. He's not gonna do anything to encumber that property if he's gonna be trying to sell.
But for the future, it could be brought into the development behind there. And that would make.
These
it
are cul-de-sacs.
Right, that would make an egress in and out from two different areas. Not that we could make that happen.
And we still need to really think about the ambulance club coming across the back there.
He's actually
Yeah.
shown that in there. Mr. Clements, the owner of the property, has been talking with Nelson Baker from early on. He's even showing, and he has some preliminary site plans of showing something like this going right back to here, so there was a rear piece.
All right.
So yes, that's in the mix. That's probably gonna be a requirement of the town, one way or the other, that he has access into it. Does it need to be a public road? No, probably not. We can cross that bridge when we get there, but again, no action to take. We have no formal site plan before us. It's just really doing your homework before the site plan comes so that you have comments and it's not the first time you're seeing it, so that's why it's on.
Yeah, I don't think you need to do anything more than what you show him now. Just one, circulation around the Tractor Supply, egress, fire egress, firefighting standpoint. Then if we need to extend it in the future, it's there. If we need to branch off to the right, it's there. But it sounds like he's getting ready, close. He's gonna be submitting here soon, correct, I assume?
I hope so. I did meet with the engineer, FSA is the engineer on the job. They specifically said that they're getting down to the point where they're asking Tractor Supply exactly how much land you need. And their comment is, let us finish the stormwater management review and sediment erosion control part of the process, because sometimes that dictates with the ponds,
Right.
where things can go. So they're going through that right now. As soon as they get a hard number, then you're gonna probably get both. You're gonna get a subdivision plan to subdivide off the piece of land, and then you're gonna get a site plan. They're two separate approvals. So you're gonna get two different things, but they're both gonna be from Tractor Supply.
Looks like they are planning for a future expansion to the west.
I think so.
Not shown, but the parcels carved out for future expansion to the west.
Correct.
Are they running into any issues? I don't see any. Are they running into any issues from a development standpoint?
No, I think the biggest issue is the town requirements that he has to extend the town road at his cost. But that's true of any developer.
I think that's just logical sense for him to pay for that, and it's logical to develop better back parts.
If you think about Fletcher's Grove or Dean South, the town didn't pay for those.
Right.
The developer pays. That's the whole subdivision process. If you want to subdivide land and create new lots of record, you have to provide public services such as roads, water, sewer, et cetera. That's our job, is to make sure it can happen. Good.
So we'll expect, we should probably see something as early as next month.
And again, as I said, I keep things on the agenda until they either get approved or withdrawn. That way people don't say it disappeared from the agenda and then it came back and it disappeared. That way it stays on there. And if there's no action, there's no action. No changes on Ringley or Dean North, but happy to discuss it.
I'm sorry, you have a DOT letter attached to the agenda. Was there anything in there? I didn't look at it, I'm sorry. Anything in there that was earth shattering that we need to discuss from
No.
Tractor Supply Development?
They were critiquing a couple of things at their traffic study that they asked some additional information from the traffic study before they can give them an answer or an access permit, which is what they.
And other than is it widening or there's not gonna be there's no really improvements other than what's there now, right?
Correct.
To the intersection to the alternate point.
They're basically saying that the work that was done to put in Dollar General can handle this amount of traffic. Now, every time a new person comes in there, we should have that reviewed by state highway. These guys have to do it because they abut state highway. But the lots in the back that could be created in the future technically abut a town road and they don't have to answer to state highway. But we as a planning commission can say, no, we want to have state highway review this, because if for some reason a business were to go back there that would generate enough traffic to generate a signal, either the state or the town want to be paying for that. If you're going to generate that much traffic, then you would put in the signal.
Now, the road geometry that we're telling him that he has to build, that hopefully complies with the road standards that we have today, would that be a collector? That wouldn't be a collector.
So minor arterial.
Minor arterial. So it's wide enough to be good and compliant.
No change on Fletcher's Grove, Ringley, or Dean North, so I don't have it. There's no changes there. Again, the design engineer that's working on both of those projects is the Chase 6 design engineer, and we have been fully focused on Chase 6 for the last 2 months. So that's been the primary focus. That's why you're not seeing any movement there.
Now, the last item, if I remember correctly, is that trying to use one of those lots to have another ingress out point. Has he done anything on that? Is he kind of getting further as he approaches the adjacent?
In the Dean North, he believes he's found an area that he can put the road in. Our sticking point is that the planning commission is asking for Ringley to have also a connection so that we can eventually connect the two of those.
Right.
He doesn't want to lose a lot over here. He figured a way to squeeze it over here. Have that fight later, right, to Chase 6 stuff. So that's kind of where we're at.
Are we asking him to approach the adjacent property owner for possible easement across that? Is that his responsibility or is that us?
That would be us, but we gotta have an open space to go through. Gotta know what to ask for.
Yeah.
So they gotta figure out which lot they want to sacrifice. They don't want to sacrifice any lot. Welcome to the world of developers.
Not my problem, not our problem.
No, it's not. And the one that you have on here for final plats, that's what Mr. Pete Anderson is here for. Don't know Mr. Anderson, he owns the hardware store and the rented storage center. He has filed this is a minor subdivision. This is a minor subdivision. This is actually a very simple, very straightforward request that he has, and I'll give him an opportunity to speak after I just give you the general presentation. What Mr. Anderson would like to do is he would like to purchase a portion of the property next to him to expand his property. So he would not be creating a new lot of record. He would be cutting it off from one property owner and he would be attaching it to his new one. It's his intention. He has a landowner that wants to sell right now. So he wants to subdivide and buy it. His ideas and plans, but he's not there yet. So he would come back before you all and submit a site plan for what he wants to do there. But right now, he just wants to subdivide the land. The land meets the minimum lot sizes, meets the minimum setbacks. Because it's being attached to the other piece of land, it's not landlocked. It fully meets the zoning. The entire parcels, both his existing parcel, the one he would be purchasing are all zone GC. That's that little GC area that's all sitting down there. And just to give you a bigger perspective. So as we can see, this is Ace Hardware here. This is the storage units here. If you see this little fence line, see this little fence line running along here? That's pretty much where that property line is when you look at this. You can see that line running right up along there. So what he's asking you to do is basically this would turn the Ace Hardware property, storage property into a giant L. And I'll let Mr. Anderson talk about what his intentions are there, but I'll give you a little hint. Do you see all these little RVs all parked over here? I'll just leave it at that.
Before you go, I think you warned, you prefaced us last meeting that this was coming.
Mhm.
I think we had a dialogue. Can you, my memory's not good. Can you, does anybody remember what we talked about?
I do because I discussed those with Mr. Anderson, because they were the things that you brought up. One, what were you gonna do with it? And if you're gonna do something with it, we need to know what that use is before we subdivide. But he's not doing that. He's just buying the land now, and then when he's ready to come forward with a plan, then he's gonna come forward with the plan. That was your number one concern. The other issue that we discussed is under our current zoning ordinances. Remember what requires a site plan, what does not require a site plan. I'm giving away a little of the story here. Mr. Anderson wants to create like a parking area for RVs, boats, all that kind of stuff, which is a great area. It's low, it's down there, it's behind, it's hidden, it's perfect, and we can, start telling people in town, hey, go put your stuff down there. Don't keep it in your driveway. But when we're talking about doing that, that would have to do with the site plan, et cetera. But under our current code, I can't request a site plan unless you're putting in a building more than 2,000 square feet. And he has no intention to put a building in. Now, Mr. Anderson of his own accord said, hey, when I figure out what I'm gonna do, I gotta submit plans for stormwater management, et cetera. I'll be happy to submit plans to you and let you know what's gonna be happening there. So the big question was, we were talking about the new regs, or we're talking about where we identify when people have to come before a site plan. Because our current criteria is so ancient and doesn't make any sense. Because it's not relative, it's not relative anymore. But I'm not sure when Pete's ready, when he's gonna be coming forward, or we're gonna be under the new regs, the old regs, whatever. Either way, I know the engineers have talked to Mr. Anderson, and he knows if he puts in a big parking lot, he's gonna have stormwater management. He has to play the game. He already did it. You can see his pond down there that's already down there. He knows what he would have to do. But as he indicated to me, and I'll let him speak, is, he has property owners interested in selling right now, even though maybe Mr. Anderson isn't quite ready and quite sure exactly what he wants to do yet.
Sir, thank you.
So if I could step
Go right
into
ahead.
this, so in the original plans that we submitted for the storage units, it included 5 buildings going this way, this being 1, 2, and it had room for 3 more, not counting this one and this one. So that's already approved. I can do that at any time.
Right.
But we wanted to try to get an idea of, what the demand was like. And so we did a mix of different size storage units. And to give us an idea, are we going to be renting more 10 by 10s, more big units? What is it? And so in the meantime, we decided to open this up for outdoor parking. The plan was not originally to have any outdoor parking. But I think partially because, the town doesn't allow you to park boats and RVs, anywhere you want. We've had a big demand for that. This is an older picture. If you go down there now, it's completely full of outdoor parking, and we have a waiting list. So the plan is to buy this and originally to move some of the outdoor parking, if not all of it, over there. And that'll allow us to go ahead and finish building out these units. So as he said, it goes right down this line. There's no visibility from the road, and there's gonna be less once I buy it because Russell has demanded that I put up a chain link fence, which I would have done anyway, but he wants the privacy slats in it. So when we built this, I saw the potential in that lot, and I hoped that someday he would sell it to me. So in the original plan, I already have a cut in the curb here. And that's already in place, been there, and so the plan is you come in like everybody else would, and we would put in a road right into the slot.
Would you develop that whole entire leg, all the way up to the northern boundary as surface lot at this point? Or would you just do pieces at a time?
Well,
Growth?
yeah, right now, we are just trying to get the purchase done. He's anxious to get settlement, as am I. When once we get this, I am gonna ask Fred to do a concept plan, to show us some options. Don't know what we're gonna do other than some outdoor parking for now. This is a 50-foot deep unit here. There's 16 of them. This is 40-foot. There's 16 of those. And those filled up the fastest. We have waiting lists for those too. So, I think what we want to do now is clear this out and add some buildings here, especially in lieu of the building projects that are going on now. I'm not going to tell you that sometime in the future, we won't come back and ask for one of the, like a 50-foot deep building, an additional 50-foot deep building. Mostly that's boats and RVs that people want to pay for indoor, so it'll make sense to have it back here along with the outdoor park. Keep all the mini storage units up here.
Anybody have any questions, gentlemen?
No, this is exactly what we talked about last meeting.
Okay.
How big is that field, Pete?
What's that?
How big is that field?
2.768.
2.7? I can't believe you told Russell when to sell
I'm surprised too, but,
Everything's for sale. Everything's for sale.
I just need to get someone before he changes his mind.
All right, Drew, are you looking for approval here for us?
I am looking for approval from the planning commission, please.
And the approval would be for the approval of the subdivision or the adding of the new parcel to the existing parcel.
So it would be, an easy way to say that would be to just say approval of the subdivision, and it's listed as Lands of Morgan Lot 2. And that identifies that plan that's in there that we've reviewed and is okay. So I would just say, looking for a motion to approve Lands of Morgan Lot 2. Unless you have any other special conditions you would like to add.
I'll entertain the motion. Second?
I can.
No.
Awesome.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimously carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can write that check.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your success.
Yeah, thank you.
You don't have to stay, Pete, but you're more than welcome to stay
All
for the
right.
rest of the meeting.
I'll get out of y'all's hair. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
You can have Fred and then just give me a call and we'll coordinate any signatures on the plan.
Okay, thank you.
All right, next item up is the comp plan, the public meeting schedule. I know May's was canceled, I believe.
Correct?
June 4th we had,
Yep, July
Minor.
9th is the next.
and the 4th was a minor to less than minor turnout. We had more members on the panel here that attended than the commission and the audience. And then the last one is the 9th. And then I think we decided that depending on the overwhelming response to the first two or three, we would decide if we're going to do a fourth. So next meeting is July 9th at 6 PM, Town Hall, same place, same time. I know we had some comments, but I know there were some, Drew, you'd requested some one-on-ones, or like, I think Mr. Kitchens had comments, and then Mr. Smith had comments, and you requested to have individualized meetings with the consultants.
Correct. We talked about wait till after the next meeting, and then we were, the intention is to invite Mr. Smith, Mr. Bell, sit down with the consultants, because they're the only two, other than appointed or elected officials, that have given any written comments. And we kind of felt like they've been involved the whole time. They were at the Verdant meeting, they went through all of it, so they got to see all of it. What better people to have just really kind of sit down, because they themselves have a long list of questions. So there's plenty to answer and address there. And it probably touches on a lot of the same things that a lot of other people had raised concerns about that didn't show up.
And it makes sense to have them communicate directly with the consultants rather than you translate and be lost in translation, so. Thank you for the gentleman who willing to do that. And Mr., just get his name.
Bell.
Mr. Bells. Offer. Okay. Next item would be the old business, so that would be getting into the vacancies of the planning commission, which currently we have none. We have one that'll be filled next month by Mr. Kitchens, and then an alternate that we don't have the need to fill as of right now. Unless we find the unicorn out there that we want to encourage.
Or Anita finally agrees.
She's not there.
Just a figment.
Anita's- Eric, I know you had a question.
No, that's correct. So Carmel too, there will be 6 of us next month, and I'll be an official member, then plus the new liaison.
Correct,
So that'll be 7. So we only would be missing an alternate.
correct. So you will make us a full commission, and then the liaison is an add-on. Do we know who the liaison will be?
We do not.
Okay. Will that be appointed before next month's meeting?
I will make sure.
Okay. Next item is the planning commission bylaws.
We had reviewed these, you had made comments, the town attorney reviewed it. And then that's when we found out we didn't have the enabling legislation. That's what generated all that. So you all went through the enabling legislation at the last meeting, that's gone back to the attorney. These are the bylaws then that you all agreed upon. So they're for approval. You haven't seen them in 2 months. So I have no problem if you want to bring it up next month. Take a look at it. This is the finished copy. This is the final one. This is the one that, how many do you need for a quorum? How do you do the voting? How long are the terms? How do you do things? We put some things in there about code of conduct and some other pieces in there. So this is the final one that comes back after we've gone through the other 2 reviews. So it's for approval, or again, you haven't seen it for 2 months. Want to leave it on the agenda until next month, approve it, then I have no problem with that either. So looking for y'all's direction.
Does anybody have a desire to kick this can down the road another month? My only heartburn, and I'm not going to offend the author or the writer, is the formatting is
Yes, thank you.
voracious.
Okay.
So we can,
Yeah,
those
I've had
Wow.
this-
sections are all over the
Okay.
place.
And there's different typeset
Yeah,
yeah.
on
All right.
pagination and font.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Just running through
It
Cologne
just
still to
really
clean
makes
it up.
it look.
So I don't know who did it, but I appreciate it.
Copy and paste it right into chat.
Yeah, I would entertain a motion to approve with the editing, with the desktop
Font.
publishing editing.
So my only concern is, I mean, I'm just joining today, haven't really read through it.
Well, that's a good point.
You can abstain.
You were part of the comments discussions.
Yeah, I heard, but I can't say I read, I mean, I wasn't. That-
I don't, I mean, we certainly, I can be respectful, but I don't think.
Move forward,
Yeah,
yeah, okay, yeah, no, approve it, that's, trust you guys.
So do I hear a motion to approve as submitted, minus, with addition to the formatting?
I make a motion to approve it with pagination and font size and font style adjustments.
Second. Second. All those in favor? Opposed?
Abstain.
Carries. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for updating that. That's part of our cleaning of the house.
So with that, since he abstained, and I'm not,
You can vote.
Yeah.
then we have a form for that. Okay. Never quite sure what I can do on that.
It doesn't have to go
Well,
to
now you'll
town
know.
council.
Yeah, now
Now you don't have to.
Now you can vote for everything. All right, I don't see anything else. New business side, I don't see any new business. Planning zoning updates.
You have the citizens comment.
Oh, thank you. We haven't got there yet. So Drew, no planning zoning updates, nothing to report?
Y'all can see all the construction going on. J6 is getting ready to start, trying to get
Yeah.
the permits out of them.
What's the update on that? I thought, like, can you walk us through where we're at on it?
So the plans went into the county and soil conservation about 6 months ago, and they were all approved. Meaning, state highway had approved the layout, all of that happened. When the county and the soil conservation were reviewing it, soil conservation looked at the stormwater management plan and said, I'm concerned that's a dam. And so they kicked it up to MDE to do a dam safety analysis. That added an additional 3 months of study. It required us to do a HECRAS study. We had to survey all the properties out there for impacts. And the whole model had to be run and submitted to MDE. That's what held the project up. We finally got those approvals from MDE, and we're just going through the county process now to get the grading. We've had to pull a number of people's chains, upset some people to make it happen, but it's moving forward.
So it'll be done before,
Whether it's done before school or not, we're going forward. We will work with the Board of Ed to do whatever we have to do, but the council was 100%. We are too far committed. It has to be done. Yes, the county has held us up on things that they probably shouldn't have, and we can all complain and whine about it. But at this point, it was a combination of not getting the permits now that is jeopardizing us getting done by the 25th. And the fact that until this morning, I couldn't get a straight answer out of Potomac Edison when they were gonna move the electric poles, which we requested to be moved in August of last year. We had work orders issued before Christmas,
it's disgusting.
and I still don't have a solid date. I'm told approximately 6 weeks. Now, that's within the window of the time, but you can understand when you have these two things hanging out there. And that's why last night at the council meeting, I briefed the council, and the council was 100% unanimous and said, look, sorry, it didn't work out better, but we're going forward. This too important, too many things going on. We will figure out a solution, and we're going forward.
So other than the electrical lines, poles being located 6+ weeks, we have everything in hand now to start.
I have approvals from the county for both soil conservation and engineering. I'm waiting for the MDE review of the pond, which they've already completed their initial review, and this is their final review. Once they give us an answer, which is supposed to be today or tomorrow, that allows soil conservation to sign off on the plans, which allows us to get the grading permit.
Drew, can you ask State Highway, word on the street, that the lights that were being programmed may have been redeployed someplace else, or they plan to redeploy those lights, the Downsville Pike? Have you heard anything?
Well, they can't because our contractor buys them.
Okay.
And
So
he
that's-
purchased them. One of the things that the town had to do is when we first were working on this project back before Christmas, one thing that everybody told us from the very beginning is that the traffic control signals and the mast arms that hold the lights up,
Right.
the lead time on those was over 26 weeks. So we bid the project without having all the permits, because if we didn't order that, there's no way we would have made it. We would not have had any traffic signals. So we issued the contract, we approved the shop drawings, they've been already ordered and are programmed for our project.
Okay.
Now, in an emergency, could State Highway come in and steal them? I guess they technically could, but I'm not sure legally how they could, because it's our contractor. Our contractor bought them. We're paying for it. Yes, we're dedicating it and turning it over to State Highway.
Okay.
But
That's good.
I'll find out, because I know the light you're talking about. I stop at that stop sign all the time.
Yeah.
I know you're talking right there where the new building's going up.
Yeah.
Where the old book publishing something was
Yeah.
years ago.
The Amazon warehouse right there on that corner, the one dump truck hit, it's been down for a month. Somebody made mention that they had heard that through the state highway grapevine, that there was a potential that lights were there and available, and they may be redeployed
for greater need.
Now, we could build them and install them, and they come in and take them, they could do that. Because once we dedicate it to them,
Yeah, then there's.
they do whatever they want. But if I find that out, we won't be putting those lights up until quite long enough that they'll get their own stuff.
Well, I can't believe that there's so much, this has been,
Have a place you can
I
hide.
cannot believe the difficulty we've had with this for something that makes the most logical. There's a lot of things in the development world that people have opinions on. I cannot believe that anybody is objecting to this, and just the hurdles that everybody's had to go through is just absurd. And burning valuable daylight after speaking. And then it's gonna cause a nightmare come August, September. Okay.
Can you also, I think, am I missing it, or was that the final plat not linked for the minor subdivision?
It wasn't, they didn't send it to me the other
Okay.
day. I'll shoot it to you
Thank you.
guys.
If you could just link it, then
It's
that
on the
way
very,
it's.
it's the very last
Is it
page,
there?
page 26.
Oh, it is? I didn't even see it.
Oh, it's just.
I don't think I sent you an updated one,
No,
Oh,
yeah.
because I didn't
don't-
have a PDF of that.
Well, I'd say that's the thing.
You have it because I had it for Brian and I put it on the
I pulled up the
website.
one you have to, okay. It's on page 26. You
Okay.
didn't get.
I don't know.
All right, thank you, Drew. Citizen comments. I see we have one, Ms. Carrie Moffett. Dan?
Sure, do me a minute.
You can come on up if you like, please, just so we can get you on
Oh,
audio.
really, thank you.
It helps the meeting minutes.
Sure. I am Terry Moffett, I live at 4 Naked Avenue. This is nothing compared to what you've just been reviewing. But I came in front of the commission 2019, July 2019, concerning the property behind me, which is 39 North Main Street. And that's now where the pizza truck is. Whatever they're doing there, my concern is the driveway they're putting in now, and how close it is to the back of my house. I've had Humber truck try to get in there now between when he flattened this and put the stuff in there. Utility truck backing up, with a trailer that had, 2 picnic tables. Sorry, I'm not good at speaking. And it was within a foot and a half of my air conditioning unit. I work at home, which is why I'm seeing this. Everything that's going on, I guess what I'm wanting to bring to your attention, if any permits or anything comes about, I was told that there is a 10-foot setback between my property and this property at 39 North Main Street. And I would like that to be a heads up if anything would come in front of this commission. Just a lot of movement going on, and I really think that there's probably going to be more. It's their property, whatever they want to do, that's great. Helps the community, but the concern is something happening to the back end of my house. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. And Mr. Bowen is aware of it. He was very kind, and we've had some conversations and emails. But all of the traffic that's going on, there's a lot of stuff happening and really close to my property line in my house. So I just wanted to bring it to your attention if any kind of permits or requests come to this commission.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, Drew, the 10-foot setback is a vertical building structure. Anything can't be encroached into that 10-foot setback without approval variance from the planning commission.
So am I correct, or,
You're correct. Yeah.
a driveway coming in? I mean, they leveled out from the property line, Center Street, onto the property. They leveled that out to bring all of this equipment in.
Well, they can do, correct me if I'm wrong, Drew, they can do what they want inside the confines of their property boundaries. They can't build any vertical structures inside of the 10-foot setback without coming to the planning commission, getting approval, because now you're putting a structure, a vertical structure. They can pave, they can put stone down on the confines from property line to property line, but they can't go over the property line onto your property. You can't do that.
Okay, I was told differently, or at least that's
what
how
was
I
gonna say, you
That's how I was
understand differently.
communicated, yeah, so I was told it was from the property line into his, that it would have to be 10 foot from my property line into his for any kind of driveway or anything, and that is not true.
No, that's
Okay,
just a vertical structure
a building,
coming out of the ground.
okay.
Can't be
But
in
he
that.
can
Well,
go
now I
gravel
know.
right up to your property, this is your property line, he can come right up to the property line.
Wait, really?
Yes, not
Is
vertically.
it because,
Not vertically,
oh, not vertically, okay.
but on the ground.
For the.
Called a boundary restriction line, so the
Yeah.
boundary would be the vertical boundaries. That vertical boundary, that wall can't,
Okay.
has to be greater than 10 feet or greater than your property line
Okay,
without,
For building.
without having to come back to get a variance. Now,
okay,
we see a lot of that, and we have to approve that. Then that would be a public notice, I believe, Drew. You would be invited in, and you can complain,
Mhm.
and we would take your concerns under advisement. But that would have to be approved. They don't have the approval to build inside of that 10-foot boundary
okay.
as of right now.
But for all of that, traffic coming in, it could go right to that property line. They could build, they could put a private, I was told differently, or I heard that differently when I was in front of.
Now,
the
if there's water runoff, if there's erosion from storm drainage that runs sediment onto your property, that would be a concern,
Okay,
of the town, and Drew should be notified. And all property owners are responsible for maintaining the erosion on, in their property, so. And good news is nobody has hit your structure or hit your air conditioning unit. If they
No.
did, they would be responsible for it.
well, yeah, and so that's the awareness. And I apologize, I was truly told that
That's why
for
you're
the property
here.
line,
This is
yeah,
good.
yeah. So, like I said, it's small potatoes, but, you know, it's my home, so.
I understand
Just
that
want to
too.
bring it to your attention. Okay, and good to know. All right, appreciate your time.
Thank
Please-
you.
please
Appreciate
keep
you
a watch
coming in.
for your property. And
I've worked there,
If you-
so, no,
if you
I
got
promise.
questions, you got
I'm not-
questions, Drew's your guy.
Yeah, well, he was very kind. I'm not I sit and the window is to the right of the back of my house and to the left, so I see the comings and goings, and that's how I was aware of the trucks coming in and everything. But, okay. All right,
Any other
thanks
questions?
again. No, I appreciate it.
Okay,
All right, thank you.
thank you. No other public citizens have signed up to speak. Any commission member comments? Hearing none. Wow, this is a good meeting, 41 minutes, we'll take it. The meeting is adjourned, next regular scheduled meeting, sorry, Eric, you were getting ready to say something? No?
No.
Okay. Next. I know you haven't spoken a lot, so. I'll make sure that you
I
have-
don't want to say anything as the liaison, the last liaison.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure being your liaison.
And we appreciate your guidance too as well. So next scheduled meeting is on Tuesday, July 28th at 6 PM. Now, I am out that week. Drew and I talked a couple days ago. If there is an agenda, we can certainly meet. I think JR is willing and able, if he can be there to chair the meeting. If we don't have an agenda, we can always cancel the meeting, or we can move the meeting up or back a week. So we can wait a week or two, through 2 or 3 to decide, make that call. But you're gonna be here, so we can have the meeting if we need to that week.
So I'll give it about a week or so and I'll send something out, make sure everybody's okay with that. If you are, we'll just have a regular meeting.
Stand by for any changes, but if nothing, we'll just recheck. All right, so as of right now, July 28th, 2026, 6 PM is next scheduled. Thank you. Thanks all for coming.